Hi there, welcome back to Lakeside Petals. Today we're going to be making a daisy. So this is what we're going to be making here. So this daisy is about 18 inches across. So the tools that you're going to be using for this is you're going to need a pipe and a pipe cutter. You're going to need scissors, crepe paper in a yellow, a white, and a green. I'll go over the specifics in a minute for that. A ruler and a glue gun with glue sticks. And I believe that's it. So let's get started. So first thing is you're going to need a pipe. I'm using 3/4 inch just because that is how I do my flower stands. You can decide how you want to do yours, but I use 3/4 inch on my stems and then a 1/2 inch or skinnier on my stems. And so this allows these to go over my stem instead of inside. And so it'll fit on any of them that I want. I tend to use about 5 inches. If you're not familiar with pipe cutters, I just mark with a Sharpie, and then the way a pipe cutter works is you just do this and just keep going until it completely cuts through. So very simple. So that's once you're gonna need your pipe. Okay, that's what we're gonna build our flower on. You're also going to need crepe paper. I'm using 180 gram. These are the colors that I am using. Let me see if I can get that close enough for you. Is it backwards? It's probably backwards for you. So 576 is what I'm using for the center. And 600 is what I'm using for the white. So it's just the white colors. These I either bought at Paper Mart or I bought it Cartafini. So there's different places that you can buy them from. I wouldn't use any cheap stuff that you get off of Amazon. Leah Griffith does have some crepe paper. You can get it from her off Amazon. But you're going to want 180. You want something sturdy that's going to be able to hold these longer petals. And let's see, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your roll of yellow and you are literally going to cut. So you're going to measure, and this is all in the template. The template will tell you. You're going to measure 2.5 inches and you are going to cut the entire length of a roll of crepe paper, all the way down. Okay, on your template it tells you to cut 2 48-inch pieces at 2.5 inches long or wide. That basically is the entire roll of crepe. The reason that I said 2 48 inches is because you might not have a complete roll. You might only have a half a roll left. So you just need to get to approximately 100 inches or whatever a full roll of crepe is. It's pretty close. That's 90 something. Okay, so just cut all the way down. You can determine if you want your center to be larger or smaller, and then you can cut more or cut less. So when we are making our fringe, I have some already done. So this is our 2.5 inch wide pieces. However much you have, just fold it up. Okay, I folded mine twice, and we're gonna cut. I have this one ready. I need to finish. I use a binder clip, and we are gonna cut 1 3/4 from our 2.5 inch piece. So 1 3/4 up. So when you have it on your clip, you are then gonna take your scissors, okay? I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we're just going to cut up just like that in strips. And that is it. And go all the way down. So I'm going to finish this real quick and then we can assemble. I have everything else already done. You may have a few pieces, some scraggly pieces that fall, and that's okay. This is going to all be rolled up together, and so you know what, if you have some pieces that are not perfect, it's not going to matter. Okay, so now we have all of our fringe done. So this is what your fringe will look like. All done. So now we're going to get started gluing. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill this hole with fringe. Okay, so what you're going to do, there is a front and a back to Crepe. So for me, the front is like a darker color, and that's where the ridge goes upward, because there's these like machine lines, which I don't like, but if you have ones with machine lines, it's up. The back side is a little bit lighter. You usually can tell the difference between the two. So we're gonna roll ours to where the back side is in. So I'm just gonna add some glue and we are just gonna start rolling. Try to keep your bottom together. I like to hold it like this and just kind of glue string. We'll be dealing with that a lot today. And roll. Okay, and then add some more. You can also do it on the table if you want, like this, and just roll it up. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. And we're gonna just kind of keep doing this until we have enough to fit inside of our pipe. So let's keep going. Get my glue going here. And keep going all the way around until we can get it into our pipe. Okay, that's a little too much. Let's see if that works. That'll work right there. Once you have it to where you want it, then you can just cut it off. We'll add a little glue there. And now we have our center. So that is going to go into our pipe. What I like to do beforehand is I just like to add some glue around the bottom, just so everything stays nice and tight and in place. It's not necessary and you don't have to do it. And then we are simply going to add some glue all the way around here and pop it right in. Give it a hold for a second. You'll see some of the glue kind of pops out a little bit right here, but it doesn't matter. We're going to cover it up. Okay, so that is the start. Now what we're going to do is just keep continuing to go around onto here, and we're just going to match that height. And that is where we're going to go around with this, and we're going to continue to go all the way around until all of it is on there. A lot of times I'll just put it on the table. And keep in mind too that, you know what, you might see how I'm not quite doing it perfect. It's fine. We can always cut some if they're a little bit longer. So see how some of mine are a little bit taller. I'll just cut that off. No big deal. All right, let me finish this and I'll come back. All right, so our center is done. And as you can see, mine is not perfect. I did have to cut some off, but that's okay. I did glue the bottom as well, just to make sure it's real secure on there so it doesn't pop off or anything like that. And you know, when you go to like kind of fluff this out some, you're not going to notice that I have a few of them that are taller than the other. So when you go to put your petals on, so cut out your petals. I believe I said 24, but keep in mind that everybody who makes this, and even me when I make it, I use different numbers. You might use 21, you might use 25. You know, it just depends on where exactly you place them and how close you place them, how far apart you place them. So every time I make something, it looks a little bit different. It's, you know, it's handmade, so that's okay. So if you realize, oh no, I need another one, then just cut out another petal. It's fine. But I did 24. That's pretty much the average that I use when I do this. And all we're simply going to do, we are not going to do anything with these petals right now. We're putting them on exactly as is, and we will shape them when we're done. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the front of your petal, okay, and you are going to add glue. Just add some glue. Can you see that? Yep, to the bottom. Okay, and we are going to put that right at the very bottom. All right, let me hold it real quick and then, yeah. Right at the very bottom. So we're just going to follow this line. And we're going to take our next one. Add a little bit of glue. And put it right next to it. Looks like bunny ears. So cute. Add some more, and we're going to go all the way around with our first row. They're not overlapping at this point, but we're kind of like that. Let's do one more. Come on, glue. And we're going to keep going till we get all the way around. Thinking 2 more will fit. I actually have not made this flower in a while, so I don't remember how many go around. So I will count them as soon as we are done here and see what we end up with. There we go, last one. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7 petals going around. Just like that. And then our next row of petals, we are going to put glue in the exact same spot, and we are going to go right in the middle of them. So just like that. So right in the middle. And do that all the way around. Do another one. Okay, so we're going in between these two, and I'm gluing this one right now. Okay, we're going in between these two, gluing here. So right in the middle of the previous 2 petals. So this is a great beginner crepe paper flower. It's super simple to make, does not require a lot of crepe at all. I believe all these petals were maybe a half a roll, and then your yellow and a little bit of green. So it's a very inexpensive flower to make. There are some crepe paper flowers. Woo! Ooh, my friend made a peony, and she used 7 rolls of crepe paper. It's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I just don't have that kind of patience, so I like to do nice quick flowers like this. So this is very beginner friendly. All right, there we go. Now we have 2 rows. So your next rows, you're going to then go in between again. So we have these 2, with this one in the middle. So I'm going to put one here now. So I'm going to put one in the various spaces. So you're just going to go around and continue sticking them into the middle. Okay, so I just placed this one in between these two. And we're going to go all the way around and continue doing that. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I finished all my petals all the way around. You're going to be tempted to open it up, but let's not open it up yet, okay? Because we're going to work on our sepal. Let me show you here. So here's the sepal. So you're going to cut all your sepals out. I have 9 of them in the instructions, but again, it depends on how closely that you place yours. So we're going to go ahead and put those on prior. Now, let me show you a couple different ways. This one, I have the sepal just going to here, and then I painted the pipe. Another option that you could do, let me set that over there. This is a rose that I did. So for this one, I had the sepal go all the way down the pipe. I don't know why I do them both ways. So sometimes I was noticing the more I was using it and gripping it, putting it on and off stems, what was happening is this was starting to kind of curl up a little bit. And I didn't really like that, so I started painting them. But I don't really like the look of the painting. I prefer this way. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But if you do want to do it this way, just take this same sepal and just make it longer. So you can take the same one and then just keep cutting to whatever the length of your pipe is. Now, my pipe is too big. I always, and maybe I'm being wasteful, but I always do it a little bit bigger just to be safe. I want to make sure I have enough room and everything. But really, I would probably cut this down. I'd probably cut it down. I find it easier to work with when it's bigger. I don't know. So you decide what size you want yours. But you would just do your sepal and go all the way down with it. So let's put our sepal on. So again, there's a front and a back. Okay, so the front has the machine lines. The back, they're indented. The front, they're raised. Okay, so we're going to put glue. We're going to have it go like this. So we're going to put glue on the back. At the bottom, to start. And we're going to put glue right here at the bottom, and then we're going to start coming up. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So it's at the, so glue here, and then we'll start and we'll do a little bit of glue up to here, and then this we're going to kind of bring out. So you don't want your glue to be up too high. And we are going to go all the way around with this. So add some glue. And sticker on the bottom. Okay, so I do, oh, this glue, come on. Okay, so I do the bottom first, like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue right there and bring it up. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. And go all the way around with it, okay? All right, I'm gonna do this and I'll be back. Alrighty, so we have our sepal done, or calyx. I never really know what it's called, but I kind of call it both. So now what we're going to do is, if you have a bone folder, it works amazing. Looks like this. I think this is a Martha Stewart one that I got at Michael's, but they have them everywhere. Just look up bone folder. They work amazing. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use a glue stick, you can use a pencil, you can use whatever you want. And basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of curl these out a little bit. Let me show you. So we're gonna just kind of bring them out like that, just a little curl. Just to give it a little dimension like that. And you don't need a lot, just a little. You go around to each one and just kind of bring it out a little. It just gives it a little bit of depth. And if you don't have anything, you can always just use your hands too and just curl it out. Your hands will work too. Okay, so now we have a little bit of dimension on our sepal, which looks cute. Now let's do our petals. So reach inside and you're gonna push it out. Just kind of open everything up. Just like that. Now, this is very flat. Compare the two, see how this one is a little more fun. This is pretty boring. So we're gonna do the same thing. You can take your hands and just curl it, or you can use a bone folder. This is hard to do on camera so you can see. And see how it gives that curl? That's what you want. So use a pencil, a glue stick, whatever, and you just want to go all the way, all the petals, and just give them a little bit of a curve. And go all the way around. So see how we're getting some curve in there? That's what you want. Once you've done that to all of your petals, you're done. Your daisy will be all done. And it will look like this one. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me anytime. Subscribe to our email list. And that's where I put all the new templates that I'm going to be releasing is on there. So make sure you're following us. You can also follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and TikTok at Lakeside Petals. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.